Key Stage 4-5, welcome to this week's assembly. Year 10. The individual awards for Year 10 are for asking questions in class when they don't understand, and for the independent study set and great participation in chemistry. In global perspectives, for using skills of methods to test their claims. Brilliant work in French. Again in physics for producing superb current voltage graphs. For scoring very well in the biology quiz, being well prepared and engaged in all the biological discussions. Great performance in the business class. Working diligently in chemistry and fantastic participation in physics. Superb effort for Science Double Award. Great group work for diet and nutrition tasks in GCSE PE. Amazing football footage for the practical GCSE PE task. Top of the class for recall of health, fitness and well-being benefits. An insightful essay exploring theme in English. Excellent work on urban problems in geography. Well done, Year 10. Year 11, 12 and 13, where are you? Come on, let's keep motivated. Hi everyone, well done Year 10. I'm so impressed and very proud of you. 11, 12 and 13, come on, I'm sure you're doing great things. I hope you're staying motivated. I hope Amanda Gorman's speech was inspirational for you. I know it's very hard, especially in the January months, but keep taking each day as it comes. Every step we take forward takes us closer to the end of the pandemic. I know a lot of you are worried and concerned about examinations and what's going to happen. But whatever happens, it will happen and we'll be absolutely fine. We've got a nice little discussion with Angabin and Minty about predicted grades and examinations. So, Year 10, we're going to look forward to seeing you over the next 3 Tuesdays. So we can have some extra assessments. I know many of you have been assessed in class as well. Now, Year 11, we have the dates for the mocks, but the times and some of the exams may change within those two weeks. And we're used to change and we're used to adapting now and being flexible. Now the reason is the ministry are allowing us only 10% of students in at a time. That means 60. And priority needs to go at the moment to the foundation and Year 1 and Key Stage 1 students. So they're coming in after February the 15th on some schedule. And we didn't know about this beforehand, before we did the mock timetable. So Mrs. Homsey, the logistical ninja, has very quickly redone the schedule and we'll be sharing that with you as soon as it's been double checked again, just so that we've got the numbers of 60 students in. So we have to kind of coordinate with the primary school on their numbers each day. What it does mean is that some of your exams will start later, with some finishing at 4:45. Maybe that may suit some of you better. As you know, the research is that teenagers' brains work better later in the day because most of you sleep late at night. So I hope that's not too inconvenient for you, and if you're worried or concerned, please just get in touch with us. Year 12 and 13 mocks, the sciences are mainly in April, so don't worry about that. All the other subjects, then you just ask your subject teacher and we'll let you know as soon as possible when those mock dates will be. I think that's all from me. Enjoy the discussion. Hi, so here we have Minty and Angabin to discuss the pros and cons of being assessed through an exam or through a teacher predicted grade. Minty.
So my side is predicted grades. I think predicted grades would be best because, first of all, the teacher knows you the best. They know like what you're capable of, and they know you as a person and a student better than the examiner. And you have more than one opportunity to prove yourself. You're judged over like both the years of your IGCSE and not just on 1-2 hour exam. So it's just more balanced. And like if you take exams, there's just so much stress. Like, why would you want to go through all of that stress? Like, if you can just get the same or like roughly the same grade without stress.
Thank you, Minty. Angevin.
Well, two positives about, doing exams rather than predicted grades is that you have a chance to redeem yourself. So for example, let's say for the whole 2 years you haven't been doing really well, then this is your chance to get that grade that you want. And another thing is that you can also prepare for the exam. So you have time to revise, and that way you know like what you get on the exam, and you know that you've prepared for it. However, there's a negative to predicted grades, which is that teachers may be really biased on what they give you, because it might be different than what the examiner gives. So it depends on what you think you should get. Yeah.
Thank you. Which one do you think is more reliable at assessing how much effort a student has put in? Minty?
I think the predicted grades, they actually take in I'm not sure if they take into account, but like the teacher can see how hard you have tried, how much you have revised, while the examiner just cares about how many marks you get on the paper.
So I guess sitting an exam, the examiner doesn't know the progress that you've made. Taking an exam just shows you the finite result that you get. Thank you. Angevin, any comment on that?
I mean, it is true that maybe for predicted grades, you would know that it involves coursework and that would be counted into that. But I feel like also with exams is that it all depends on like how well you've done over the 2 years. Maybe, for example, if you're doing mocks, you might not take it that seriously because it's just a mock. But when you get to your final exam, that's where you have the chance to like redeem yourself and prove yourself.
Do you think most students improve from their mock grade?
I definitely think so. Even from personal experience, I've improved from mock grades. So I feel like everyone else has that same experience.
Yeah, because when you take mock exams, it's like your first like massive like official, well not official, but like it's your first like serious exam. So like all the like fears and the anxiety of sitting an exam, they get out during the mock exam. So then like when you go into the actual exam, you know what environment you're in, and so you're more calm and you're more collected, which in the end makes you do better.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So I'm going to ask you both this question. Would you prefer to be assessed this year through an exam or by a predicted grade? I'll put that to Angevin first.
Well, in the situation since we're online, I would prefer to have maybe predicted grades just because we haven't been going through as much content as we would like. I feel like if we were actually in school, we would go through content much faster and much more efficiently. So I feel like predicted grades wouldn't be the worst thing to happen for this online school year, and I feel like that would be really helpful as well to have that.
Thank you, Angevin. And Minty?
Same here. For the exams, Cambridge did announce that they would be more lenient, and so they might decrease the grade boundaries, but that does not make up for the loss of learning which we have experienced. Like for me, both of our IGCSE years have been impacted by coronavirus. So like we have not gone through each topic like as thoroughly as I would want, and so therefore I think this year predicted grades for me would be better because like for me, for most subjects, I have been doing decently in the papers. So I know that if it comes down to predicted grades, I might be just disappointed in 1 or 2 subjects, but overall, my results would be okay. But there are some people who would rather exams, and I understand why. But just personally, I would rather predicted grades for most of my subjects.
Thank you very much. That was a very interesting discussion.